In other words, they're going to have all sorts of just, relaxation, happiness, no stress, no signs of exhaustion or difficulty on them, freshness, bahja. There's this texture and freshness on their face. This is how the Tafsir describe these people's faces, but on that day. And by saying on that day in the middle of the sentence, what it illustrates is, as the situation stands now, those who will enjoy the bliss of that day are going to have to put in a lot of work now. They're going to have to give their lives in toil now. It's not going to be easy. They're not going to have relaxation here. So we have this interesting contrast. You had these people who were also working hard, but in the wrong direction. But when they wake up on the Day of Judgment, they're waking up exhausted already. عَامِلَةٌ نَاصِبَةٌ. On the other hand, you have those who worked for the sake of Allah. They also exhausted themselves. But when they wake up fresh. They wake up relaxed. There's like no toil on them. Now, when you're fresh, you're ready to work. But instead of having more work for them, now there's even more relaxation for them. And on the other hand, when you're tired, you can't take any more. But when they were described عَامِلَةٌ نَاصِبَةٌ, their real toil and labor was ahead. تَصْلَى نَارًا حَامِيَةً تُسْقَى مِنْ عَيْنٍ آنِيَةٍ. SubhanAllah. So وُجُوهٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ, Na'im literally means the face you have when you're given a gift. Literally. Na'im, a face when you're given a gift. You're in response to a ni'mah, your face becomes na'ima. Ay man'uma, really. Right? That which has been gifted. So there's joy on your face as you're on that same day. May Allah give us our faces that joy on that day. Now the next ayah is truly beautiful. لِسَعْيِهَا رَاضِيَةٌ. It is only for those faces, their efforts. The efforts of those people. Right? But by really calling them, they here is those faces, literally. Those faces meaning those people were engaged in some kinds of efforts. The word sa'i, we also read this word when we were reading about Fir'aun. ثُمَّ أَدْبَرَ يَسْعَى فَحَشَرَ فَنَادَى. That word came up over there. It's a fast kind of a paced walk. Sa'i is when you're really busy doing something. Or you have a sense of urgency, a deadline, and you pace and you get things done. Right? Sa'i is done when you are really concerned about finishing a task. In other words, these people are very content. لِسَعْيِهَا رَاضِيَةٌ. They will be content with the efforts that they had made diligently with a sense of urgency in this dunya. That's all of that. That's the diligence, sense of urgency, putting their efforts in and energy in. All of that is captured by the word sa'i. But what's really beautiful in this ayah, in the grammar of it is only for the efforts that led to the benefit of the hereafter that they are content. So which efforts led them to the happiness of the last day? It is the efforts they made of salah. It is the efforts they made of tazkiyah. It is the efforts they made to remember Allah. The efforts they made to stay away from the haram. The efforts they made to protect themselves and their family from hellfire. These are the efforts, and the effort to spread the message of this deen, to defend the integrity of this deen. Right? These are the efforts these people made. And there are other efforts they made too. They made efforts at work. They made efforts at business. They made efforts in other things. But those things don't even come to their mind on that day. It's like those things didn't even count. Right now those things count a lot. But on that day, it's like, what was that about? Why did I waste my time doing all of that? SubhanAllah. When this person, these faces, when they see the reward of what they had done, they're going to wish that everything they had worked on in this world was for that. Meaning they wish they had no other project in this dunya. أن كان ذلك السعي الذي هو للآخرة كريها إليها في الدنيا لا تباشره إلا بشق الأنفس. And the reality was, when they were in this dunya, when they used to do work for the akhirah, they had to force themselves. Come on, get up and go to the masjid. Come on, let's do this. They had to force themselves to do work for the akhirah, but doing work for dunya comes easy. Right? It comes easy. Somebody says, let's go to the program. There's a lecture. There's a class. Or let's go memorize some Quran at the masjid or something. You seem like you're free. I don't know, I'm tired. I don't know the weather. I think it's going to rain today. Right? Then one of your friends goes, hey, let's go see a movie. Okay, let's go. Right? And it's 20 miles farther away than the masjid, but it's all good. No effort. You don't even think twice. Then there's a fundraising dinner, right? And the masjid is trying to raise money, or the school's trying to raise money, or the da'wah project's trying to raise money. Brothers, just $10 everybody, $20 everybody's like, I don't know, there's a shortage, bad economy, I don't know what's going to happen. Ash-shaytanu ya'idukum al-faqr, right? Shaitan will come and promise you, he's the one who's going to promise you poverty. And then you leave here and you take a turn, you enter Walmart. And how you do infaq fi sabili Walmart, you know, right? How quickly the money, you don't even count how it passes, you just throw things in the thing. Oh, this tastes good, this looks good, this is good, this is good. You throw it all in there. You don't even think twice. You don't even check the receipt how much it is. You just swipe the card. No big deal. Doesn't hurt. But when you have to give for the sake of Allah, it hurts. It pinches. Oh man, I had a $1 bill and a $10 bill in my wallet. Why did I give the $10 bill? Right? If you think twice. So Al-Alusi rightfully comments that it does take effort to do things for deen. You know why? Because naturally human beings, we love things immediately. So that which comes to you right now, the pleasure will come right now, the food will come right now, the entertainment will come right now. We want to spend for it right now. But Allah says, I'll give you gardens and mansions and nice drinks and waterfalls and this and that. But when is it going to come? You got to wait a long time, right? So you say, I'll work for it later because it's coming later. Right? That's the attitude that sinks into the back of our minds. Even if we don't say it with our tongues, it's back here. It's in here. We got to get it out of here. It sees the reward and says, man, I'm so happy I did that. So that's one implication of that lam, just that lam there. The other implication of this lam is another one. That for the opportunity of having been given, having been given the chance to work, it is happy. These people, all of them, their faces will be full of joy because they acknowledge Allah gave them a chance to serve His deen. Li sa'iha radiya. For having the opportunity to make the effort, they are happy, they're content. So they are pleased with their Lord, not just because He gave them Jannah, because He honored them with doing things that please Him in this dunya. In other words, when you and I obey Allah, it is an honor from Allah. It is something we will thank Allah for. Of the things we will thank Him in paradise, one of the first things we'll thank Him for is He gave us the opportunity to serve Him. He gave us the opportunity to work for Him. You know, a job is a job. But when you get a really high-ranking job, and a really noble job, right? Or you get elected to a very high position, the person goes up and says, well, I'd like to thank, and this is a great honor, right? They acknowledge that this is something elevated. And that's really the attitude that is being instilled